Week 5, the artist way. Energy levels are up. Let me get up the Google Cal. This week is all about. I can't remember if I told you last week because my time's a bit like skewed. But I signed with a new acting agent in Australia, so that was something that I was manifesting, and I'm still manifesting a great one in the US as well. So that's good. There's been a lot of social time, friend time. My voice is feeling a lot better. I have my first gig back after not being able to sing for like 3 months tonight, so that's exciting. Um, Piano lessons good. Back at dance, which has been really great, and I'm this close to finishing Stitch. We are this weekend. We have our fingers crossed final editing session. And then it's onto the grade. We recorded the sound, so that's been a busy couple of things. And I do really want to get that done before I go away, so I don't miss any deadlines to getting it into festivals and stuff like that. I've been working on my vocals and even riffs, like something that I haven't spent too much time on, focusing on that as well. I'm very freaking sore. My coach kind of gave me like this more advanced hybrid training program, and I'm definitely feeling it. Um, this week, so there was a lot of like letters to selves this week in the artist way. Um, oh yeah, CBD update. I'm taking less and less and less because I miss like my productivity levels, and I'm already like very stimulated and creative. So I feel like sometimes it can just like go so fast that it's like I'm like can't compute. This is too fast. My brain's too fast. So that's that update, but I'm liking it. Yeah, I think that's like the main thing. Um, but I'll go through 3 and 4 because I feel like I didn't really. I don't know. I feel like they were really short videos and it didn't go into what they were about. So, week 5. Oh, wait, no, maybe I'll just go from. I don't know, man. So, morning pages are great. I am still dreaming dreams that I don't want to dream, but I believe it's just like a flushing out. That's what I want to believe as well. So there's like a lot of reflecting in week 3. Week 3 was what? Recovering a sense of power. So reflecting on your childhood bedroom. So I reflected on one of mine, which like the bedroom was like fully pink. Like the ceiling was hot pink. The walls around were a different kind of lighter pink. I had pink silk Playboy sheets, a pink bed, pink bookcase, pink bedside tables, pink velvet curtains, pink chandelier. Like everything was pink. So that came up and you had to write about that. I don't know if I've told you this, but maybe I'm just losing it. But yeah, I loved that. That was a vibe. I just like had a vision of everything being fully pink, and we went for it, and my parents were like, yeah, cool, dad painted it, and that was that. So we had to reflect on our childhood bedroom, and then we had to describe 5 traits that you liked in yourself as a child. So the first ones that kind of pop up. So for me, it was bold, confident. What does that say? I think it says I knew what I wanted, and I dreamt. I think that's what it says. Um, Bold, yeah, I stood out, and I owned it. Empathetic. I loved being loyal, strong. I love strong connections, and had a big heart. And audacious. So I went for really big things, big dreams. I didn't listen to doubters. That's something that I loved in me as a kid, like whether it was like teachers, even in high school, or people. You have no idea pursuing art, even if you like, even when I had success, there's still like a lot of people that our mum said get the oven, so I'm gonna get the oven. The veggies are done. You have no idea how many people will like just remind you how hard it is. And they usually like, which is true, but they're usually like people that have like no idea about the industry as well. Like it's just like you're 10 years old and there's like middle-aged men just telling you how hard it is. And I'm really glad that I was just had the audacity to like not listen and I don't know, just kind of ignored that. And then the last one, hilarious creative. Here, I kind of talk hilariously creative. So yeah, I wrote a lot of stories. Like mum taught me to read and write when I was like 18 months old, which is fucked. And I was always writing stories, and then they got kind of crazy, and then I'd make home movies that were like so inappropriate because our like what we watched on repeat was Scary Movie, like Scary Movie 1, 2, 3. So like they're all like not appropriate. So the home movies I made were just like not appropriate, like half naked and stuff. But super original, funny, creative, and I just loved making the family laugh. So those were my favorite traits, which is nice to reflect on. I'm gonna get the oven and be right back. Okay, Budgie's done. Um, 5 childhood accomplishments. And 5 favorite childhood foods. So random. So, I wrote amazing stories when I was younger. And it's really nice doing this. I actually just like suggest everyone to like just do this because it's really nice. Yeah, so I wrote really great stories, got straight A's and like on everything. So that was cool. Booked Neighbours and Winners and Losers and went to Hollywood for the first time when I was 12, by myself with a chaperone and a group of people learning about acting and acting business and stuff like that. And I don't know what that says. Oh yeah, got taught hard. So when I was in school, I guess an accomplishment was like when I went to 2 primary schools, but I always did a year or 2 years above maths. So that's something that I'm proud of. When I was young, I was competitive, and yeah, which is something that I like about myself. And definitely, I think me going to LA that young was so pivotal for my brain and my subconscious mind and my beliefs and everything. Like I learned a lot, just like I was saying before about random people that don't have what I want, telling me how hard it is. I went to LA and I met people that are the most successful in the industry or whatever, however you define success, and it taught me a lot of things of like put the 10,000 hours in, put the time in, put the effort in, like opportunity meets like luck, and I don't even know what I'm talking about, but more like just like put your work into it. And yeah, I really liked learning that it's all possible and watching people and having my brain watch that it's possible when I'm really young was definitely like you can't buy that. So that's something that was amazing. And I actually struggled to think of like 5 favorite foods. Oh, I probably should have put just like Vegemite toast, but I didn't put that. So I actually really struggled to find 5 childhood favorite foods. Um, but I put cheese stringers because that was one. I put Milo. I don't know what to think of. Um, yeah, like I even wrote like I'm not really sure. Like I did like in primary school, like the fancy like Munchables and stuff like that. But and I thought cold rock was cool, or like making your own cold rock. But yeah, like actually need to think about that more. Um, Habit. So this is talking about habits that you don't like. So I know I've been talking about how I've been intentionally resting and doing things like I don't normally do. Like I even, I should show you. Where is it? Like watching TV and like things like that. It's been a very intentional thing that I've been doing, but I can't. I want to find this. It's not really my thing. So Like, I definitely put scrolling on there as something that I don't like, just like being on my phone. Um, but I found my Nintendo and I'm really happy about it. And even just doing the artist's way, like it does like connect you to like inner child things. Like I found all my books in Blighton books that I read when I was like really young. I love those books, powered through all of them. I found them all under the house. Um, under the house. And I found my Nintendo and I've been playing Super Mario, so it's a bit like side topic, but it just kind of opens your mind up to like finding the joy in very, very little things. Like even when I went to my director's house the other day, I went to a she's gluten free. I went to a gluten free bakery and just like got something for us, and that's just like something that I normally wouldn't do. Like going to a bakery isn't really my thing. Um, but just like being curious and just yeah, going through life curiously. And even found Harry Potter. I always say I enjoy reading fiction, and I do, but all I read is nonfiction. So, like, I don't read narratives, like stories. It's all like learning, 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 or autobiographies kind of vibe. And I always say that I want to read more fiction, but I really struggle to start. So I really like that's a goal. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah, things that I don't want to do is obviously like scrolling and things that just like fry your dopamine receptors. So I put that there. Obviously the payoff is avoidance and numbing and like even addiction to feeling shit. So um yeah, anything doing for from distraction, any snoozing alarm, scrolling at night, like isolating, stuff like that. So that was bad habits. Um, Make a list of friends who nurture you. So I wrote a list, and I'm proud to say I don't have any friends that don't nurture me. That's very, very much cleaned up. So, um, and then it was described like what I like about it, and it was all kind of like the empathy, the understanding, the reassurance, and really like seeing me for who I am, like seeing my heart that is like a top value of mine, that we actually like see each other. I don't like having friends, circumstantial friends or convenience friends or um yeah, just like not intentional. Like it's a very conscious choice if someone's like a ride or die, and it's ride or die, or like what's the point? Is this just like company? I don't mind acquaintances and I don't mind friends on different levels, but I am more of a ride or die person, and like having that trust and that loyalty is really important for me. So then the next thing was like call a friend, and like, call a friend. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I wrote down like I've been talking to X, Y, and Z, and I do have a lot of phone conversations with friends because a lot of my um like my close friends are all very spread out. So often we'll have phone conversations. Um in a compass. So this was like an intuition thing of like what you kind of feel like you need. Um so I wrote some things there. I wrote some people that I admire and people that I secretly admire, and what are those, um, like the things about them that I like And I wrote the audacity, confidence, popularity, like having a lot of love around them, body independence. That's an interesting one, and positivity. And then you did like a little exercise about like random people that you'd like want to meet that aren't here anymore. So I wrote like Marilyn Monroe, Brittany Murphy, Heath Ledger, like some personal ones, Cleopatra, that would be cool. Then there was like some more kind of like lists. And then week 4 was recovering a sense of integrity, and you had to kind of like get clippings of magazines of like a dream house. So I've printed out like this massive photo of this. Actually, I'll show you tree house, and it just is always planning things in your subconscious. So I'd love even though like I want rockstar life, like I want to tour the world, I obviously want to go to New York and LA, and I do love like nice things and stuff like that. But at core, I am a jungle girl. Like my dream thing would be like having that life and then having the space and having a jungle house in Costa Rica and just having like all my loved ones there. Like that would be the happiest thing. So it's just like always planting seeds. The next thing was, yeah, writing yourself a letter from your 80-year-old self, which I loved, and then writing a letter to your current self from your younger self. So that was cool. From my older self, I obviously was like, live your fucking life. And then from my 8-year-old self, to my current self, I was really happy writing this letter because I've really stuck to what like I'm still passionate about, and it's always been consistent. So I wrote about acting and singing, and even when I was younger I wanted to do modeling. So um I don't do that, but I was just writing about that. And I asked myself, my current self, like, did you get better at dancing? Because I was never very good. And like, I've only just started to really like work on that skill. So that's really cool. And then I asked if I still have that fluffy pink jacket, which I don't. And just like a few other things, like me things, like me to me things that only I'm going to get. Um, and yeah, I just asked myself to really, really never give up. And that's like what I always wanted when I was younger, was just like, just never give up. And my 8-year-old self was telling my current self, please don't give up. Then you had to create an altar in your environment. It was like an environment task. So I did that. I know I've been saying for months, like I'm decluttering, but it's like a whole thing, like on a whole new level. I never thought I'd be able to let go of objects like I have now. Like I've been a savage. Then we had to do a life pie and compare it to the previous life pie, which is good. Every area of life is improving a little bit. Actually, a lot. I'm going to say a lot. But there's still obviously room for improvement. You have to write your own artist prayer and refer to that. So I did that as a personal one. Next was like plan like a small vacation day. So I've actually planned some trips like with friends, but I need to do that like a day getaway or weekend getaway with yourself. I decluttered some stuff. I think I told you guys that my car got stolen. It got found, but like a lot of the stuff has been stolen and that felt fresh. No, I did tell you guys that. Um um had to write about something that you should change but you haven't, and I wrote about a behavior that has been hard to shift and that it's trying to like let go of. So that's cool. This week we had a task to not read, and I think I did. This was week 4. I did do that. And then we had to write kind of like more random. You write a lot of random things that you might not be like longing to do, but it's just the first things that come to your head. Like from your subconscious. So she always gets you to write like 20 things or whatever, and then you start exploring it. So it's not like you're like busting to, but sometimes she makes you write things that you'd never do. And like I wrote like, I don't even know what I'd never do because I'm not the type of person that's not open. Like I'm open to any sport, I'm open to any art. I wrote more like the only things like I could not imagine myself doing is like I want to volunteer in certain countries, but there's certain countries that I'm like, I don't see myself doing that. So I wrote that. Like building a house, I don't see myself like, maybe I'd build a house, but like me physically by myself build a house, like just random shit. Scary stuff and things that you'd want to do, like being bilingual would be fucking lit. Stand-up comedy is like the craziest thing and the most brave thing in my opinion. Um and just things that like excite you, like snowboarding, um, like skate tricks and stuff like that, theatre, singing, just things that you have admiration for, and then it starts. It's just like bringing things forward, and then yeah, like the course definitely does add a lot of like playfulness to your life. And then week 5, recovering a sense of possibility. So you have to write kind of like reasons in the back of your mind why you don't think God is supportive, to kind of get them out there. Um, you have to do another list of desires, and desires you do if you had money, if you didn't, blah blah blah. And then I've talked about the imaginary life list, so you had to create another one, and it's just like the first thing that popped into your head. And because I've written so many, I'm like running out. But I wrote Crocodile Huntress because I've been watching Louisiana swamp alligators so much that just popped in my head. Cabaret singer, because my healer was kind of saying like she sees me in New York doing that kind of stuff, and that really excites me, so I wrote that. Drag queen, because I went to a drag queen show for my Betsy's birthday in the weekend, so that was just like on the top of my mind. Chef, I just like wouldn't see myself being a chef, but like I could have an era where I'm like very much like loving cooking or baking, I don't know. Raw baking, like I'd love. And shark swimmer, that's like, that really gets me. Like if I wasn't doing what I'm doing, it would be like either like psychology, fitness stuff, like even like the army, or um shark stuff. It'd be shark stuff, like underwater photographer and like swimming with dolphins and whales and sharks. So it's like more lists and stuff like that. You do look a little at secondary gain. So my payoff for staying blocked is ... And you can kind of explore that. You can explore your favorite creative blocks. So certain people have like their own distractions. Like my dangling carrot is definitely in connection. Like yeah, like if someone's like calls me and is asking me to go to Bali, that's tempting for me. Whereas like for other people, it's TV, overreading, friends, work, rescuing others, like bad relationships, like whatever it is. Just becoming aware of your creative blocks, and who you blame, like any resentment you have, and to who. So that's week 5. My artist dates, I know like I want to put more effort into them, but I think like when I hear others, like they can just be chill. It doesn't have to be artsy crafty. Like today, like I just got my brows done. That counted as my artist date. Like I'll probably get a pedicure on the weekend as well. But I just really wanted to focus on the film this week, preparing for the gig. It's been a very social week. I'm also taking my bestie for her birthday for a surprise high tea tomorrow. So it's just been like organizing things, and getting my energy back as well, because I'm playing with like the dosage of the CBD, and it's been great because like my training is like crazy and I'm starting to get my energy back, which is really cool. So if we look at next week, the next weekend I'm going camping with friends for an early birthday trip, and throughout the week I've got songwriting sessions, back into tennis, kinesiology stuff, more like facial skin stuff. Get on top of that. I need to go for like a shopping day, sort out my AirPods. There's a poetry night I really want to go to, piano lesson, some personal development stuff, breathwork stuff, yeah, music, yada yada yada. Like it should be good. So it feels like an upward kind of spiral. Like some days fuck me, but then I shift it. So this morning I woke up and like my dreams were really annoying. Like it kind of felt invasive. So I just made sure that I like shook it off. I meditated today. I obviously went to the gym, trained, walked, organized some things, practiced piano, practiced my set, cleaning up a little bit, sorted out some outfits for some upcoming things, and Yeah, make sure that I'm just really like nourishing my nervous system as well. I um I know I have to increase my protein at the moment. Everything's been quite clean, but the protein could just go up and perhaps the fiber as well. So I'm definitely keeping mind of that. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to grow my hair too. Hair journey. That's kind of like the update. And when it comes to going away, I'm not sure yet, but I'm just really trying to surrender, knowing that I have a lot to do at the moment. Like, once I finish this film, it will be amazing. Like, getting the new acting agent is amazing. Just like tying up loose ends. Um, yeah, feels really, really clean, and prioritizing connection right now, and finalizing a lot of these new songs that I'm going to record and recording more, and just like the more I have in my arsenal, is that arsenal? The more I have in my arse, the more I have in, is that how you say it? Arsenal? The more I have it in my arsenal. Arsenal. Yeah, I guess. Whatever. The more I have in my fucking toolkit, when I go over it, the better. So, and the further I'll be into my deficit. So hopefully that fucking snatches me. But yeah, no, it's been a little bit of a slow process, but it's oh my shit, it's bloody all right. I've got to go because I've got to go and pack the van for my gig. I didn't realize the time. Um, yeah, I'm excited to like. I know these are like secret vlogs that I'm not sharing, but I'm excited to like take you along deeper into the journey and like the things that are coming up, which is really exciting. And even with Stitch, like even when the film's done, like having a big premiere and like viewing party and yeah, like what is it? August, September, October, November, December. That's like what? September, October, November. Oh my god. It's like nearly the end of the year. That's actually nuts. That's actually nuts. Anyway, hopefully next week there'll be dramatic progress on the film and other things. I also got this ring as well. It's amazing. It was my nana's, so my mum gave me that. Anyway, I've got to go. Bye. See you. Love you.